Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. The comments made by Sir Tim Clark about London Heathrow are cutthroat. We'd love your thoughts on them. Should social media be banned for under 15s? And what are the cheapest places to rent in Dubai this year?
And so if you are not subscribed to the Lovin Dubai show podcast, subscribe wherever you get your podcast from. Don't forget, enjoy the show.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: Emirates president says London Heathrow looks like a Second World War airport.
As well as social media, it can be banned for under 15-year-olds.
Or will it? Let us know your thoughts. The cheapest places to rent in Dubai in 2024.
As well, Kylian Mbappé joins Real Madrid.
Later on in the show, we're super excited to be joined by a Dubai teen artist inspiring with brushstrokes and generosity. We have Suhana Jethmani joining us on the show. She is a talented 16-year-old who can teach us all a lesson in philanthropy.
It's 252 days since the genocide began on October 7 in Gaza. The current death toll stands at 36,479. The number of injured people is 82,777, and 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes.
Today's weather, I'm sure you noticed, it's hot, it's foggy, it's humid. Highs of 39 degrees Celsius expected today, with humidity at 62%. It's a foggy morning. Please drive carefully. Good morning to everyone tuning in on the show. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Our top question to you: if you're just getting out of bed, we saw a pretty gross fact about pajamas that if you overwear them, they develop like mites.
Ew.
From your bed. I know. So the question is to the experts, and we have the answer.
Ew.
How many times should you wear your pajamas before you change them?
Well, I used to change a lot. I used to change my pajamas a lot, like quite often throughout my day, and my mom would
throughout your day?
I would change them like twice a day. Like when I wake up, I need to be in certain pajamas, and before I sleep, I need to be in other certain pajamas. That's when I was like younger, and my mom would be like, go crazy, like, Farah, stop, like I have all of this laundry for you, and you keep on changing your pajamas.
So if you're having like a house day, you're sitting at home, so you wake up in the morning, you would shower and put on different house pajamas?
Yes.
And then before going to bed, you'd put on a whole new pair. You wouldn't rewear the ones you wore the night before.
I wouldn't, no.
Am I gross?
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're
like,
normal.
Oh, but it's the things that we do that we think is normal. And then someone's like, there's bed bugs festering from your mattress, according to this report.
Yeah.
So, but you don't do that anymore because your mom said the laundry's piling up.
Literally. So what I do now is like, I do change them like every 2 days.
Every 2 days?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this report says you should be changing them every 3 or 4 wears maximum. Mm-hmm. The same reason we wash our sheets regularly, because while you're sleeping, you shed skin cells that become a feast for the dust mites living in your mattress, and therefore if you don't change your PJs regularly, you're just adding to the feast for those dust mites. I'm sorry, I should have started the show.
Oh my, that is the most disgusting thing.
Yeah, it's gross.
I mean,
no, it's too real. It's not happening.
It's not going to happen. It's
Forget
not going to happen.
Zip.
It's not going to happen, but for sure, like, I mean, I love pajamas. I love pajamas.
Yeah, pajamas are great.
They are. But how about you? How often do you change your pajamas?
I don't have like a set formula or system, but I feel like super lucky privileged that so there's a cleaner comes once or twice a week and I have fresh pajamas. So
okay, yeah. See,
so yeah, there's no set system, but it's the same with sheets. I just they get changed.
Oh my God.
But back in the day, like I don't remember being a consistent adult, and like changing your sheets was the hardest thing that you would put on the long finger. But fortunately, I've removed that stress from my life because I'm a lucky person. But yeah, they do say you need to. And sheets, how often are you meant to change? Hisham is saying, logic. You change your sheets twice a week? I guess I do. Once a week? You change your sheets twice a week? I think once a week for sheets.
Yeah.
He has someone who does it for him, that's why. Yeah, fair enough. So Hashem is doing pajamas and sheets twice a week because we're... so it's just like a system, clockwork system. So when someone comes to your house twice a week, they do everything and you don't think about it. You didn't run to yourself. Fair play. Okay, so what we've realized is if we
just change your pajamas, guys.
A couple of times, every 3 or 4 days.
Maybe twice a week.
Says the experts on this one.
I mean,
Even looking at that now, all I'm thinking about is dust mites building up. Okay.
Ew.
8:35. Let's jump into our top story of the day. Emirates president says London Heathrow looks like a second World War airport. Have you travelled through Heathrow recently? If so, we'd love your thoughts on this one. The revered airline boss of Emirates, Sir Tim Clark, told The Times the airport, in his view, is dismal and dilapidated, saying the experience lags behind its rivals.
He told the newspaper, Sir Tim Clark said, I was at Heathrow the other day and walking out of our lounge, the ceiling height is awful. It looks like a utilitarian structure post-Second World War. It is not just good enough, he continued. Where we are based, new airports are being built employing the latest technologies to streamline the process of all the customer-facing elements. That is not the case at Heathrow.
Now, this isn't the first time the airline has taken a public swipe at the British airport following a much-lauded press release. You may remember back in July 2022, after Heathrow announced they had capacity cuts and they urgently told all airlines they had to cut capacity in 36 hours. Emirates responded saying this was a claim they plucked out of thin air. So a bit of back and forth there. But what are your thoughts? Is London Heathrow good enough? Are any airports around the world comparable with what we've got here in the Middle East, I think is the real question. I think Sir Tim sees it as a strategy point of view, that they're creating a new airport. He's really looking at the build, the design and the structure. As a customer, I just know that when I come back into the UAE, any airport, I say thank you for these toilets. I say thank you for the system. I say thank you for the structure that gets me through here in 30 minutes, and it's amazing.
That's true. And by the way, like something about that is that no airport can be compared to the Dubai airport. You know what I mean? And yes, it is understandable that maybe like at Heathrow and other airports as well, it's going to be like a crowded, you know what I mean? It's normal because maybe they do not have the privileges that we do have, and for sure, if they had the privileges that we have in Dubai, it would be the same in a way.
Yeah, I think it's a question of economics at the end of the day, and I think Singapore, Qatar, and the UAE airlines and airport systems are some of the best in the world. And whether we choose to, swipe at Heathrow or just generally international airports trying to do the same job, I think it's clear that we are ahead of the game in this one. But then again, we are the busiest international airport in the world here in Dubai, so it's no surprise. Let's jump into our next story. We'd love your thoughts on this one as well.
So, of course, we all know that social media is now, I would say, swarmed by 15-year-olds and even younger. So should social media be banned for under 15-year-olds? Prominent Emirati lawyer Dr. Habib Al-Mulla tweeted about a possible decision in Europe to make the minimum age for social media users to be 15 years. And the decision, of course, was being proposed by the Danish Prime Minister to protect young smartphone users from harmful content and phone addiction.
And it, of course, has divided opinion. Some agreed, while many disagreed, as it has created this kind of conversation on Twitter. One of the responses was Ahmed Al-Hussein, who said there are actually better ways to protect children. Those against this decision argued that it was not practical to keep children away from technology in this day and age.
Now, this is the fun part. We posted a poll on Threads asking you guys for your opinion, and it revealed an overwhelming support for the idea of the ban.
95% of you said yes, social media should be banned for kids, while 5% said keep it, move with the times. I think put yourself in a 15-year-old's shoe. Do you think that it's fair that they have the same access to social media that we have?
I think if we are going to be like, hey, you're not allowed to use social media, then they will kind of like create this like resentment and want to use it more because, whatever like your parents tell you not to do, you're gonna want to do because you're gonna figure out, like, want to discover, like, what is this amazing thing that my parents are telling me not to do, you know what I mean? But I think they should be using it with some supervision and as well some, I would say, monitoring, you know what I mean? Like, not everything should be open, not everything should be allowed. Maybe some awareness as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think it would be so easy to say, yes, ban social media. We had a much better life growing up as young teens without it. So why put our kids through it? We know it causes anxiety. But there are case bases for this. So I know some states in the US have tried to ban it. I wonder how far they got into it. But you're so right. Like, tell someone they can't do something and they're going to do it. And the thing is, if you're telling your 15-year-old you can't have Instagram and you're sitting there as a parent posting, making money from it, it's so much ingrained in society now that you can't just take it away. Although I wish that we could. So, but maybe like a platform that encourages positivity, maybe a different style of platform. I don't know, but you can't physically, because it's so easy to. Kids will have phones; they need it for safety. You can't just put it an age limit because people lie. So I don't know 100%. How that they will effectively implement this, but I think it's great.
I don't think, honestly, it's something that we can avoid. Like, yes, as you said earlier, Casey, is that I promise all the time, like, I see my younger cousins on their phones, I go like, oh my God, like, I had a better childhood than them. But, you know, this is life. Life moves on and life is going to change, you know what I mean? Like, how our parents lived back then, it's not how we lived. And they keep on saying that all the time, like, yeah, back in our times, we didn't have this, we walked to school. You know, it's like, yeah, but you are being very bitter about the fact that we had buses and privileges, you know what I mean? And probably, like, that's how the kids are going to think, like, oh yeah, we are being bitter. Just because, like, I feel like it's kind of like not right for us to just, like, maybe dictate what's better for the kids in their time and age.
So interesting that you say that, because we are going to be joined, happen chance, by a teenager. So let's get Suhana's opinion on this and what teenagers think. Should they be allowed social media? That'll be at 8:50. Before we get there, we're going to talk about the cheapest places to rent in Dubai in 2024. Are you moving soon? Do you want to save those rent dirhams? Allsop and Allsop put together a handy list of the cheapest places to rent in Dubai.
So starting with Discovery Gardens, hidden by Jabal Ali Village, rents in Discovery Garden range anywhere between 25,000 to 30,000 for a studio space, while one bedroom can start from 30,000 to 60,000.
So we're going to give you, I think, 5 or 6 places starting at the top. Next up, Al Habaya Fourth, aka Sports City. A 1-bedroom in Sports City goes from 45 to 65k. Next door in Mordo City, a 1-bed apartment goes from 55 to 85k.
As well, 1 dirham apartments in Dubai Silicon Oasis range from 45,000 to 65,000, while 1 beds in Dera range from anywhere between 33,000 to 43,000.
Exactly. So, and then finally, Dira again, from 25 to 35k. Let me just double check on that one. The Gold Souk area, 25 to 55k in the Gold Souk area. And the question is, if you're going to save on rent, but then does your money go up on transportation? I think everyone is keenly looking at these lists.
True.
Because the rent bubble hasn't fallen and people are being not forced, but, you know, making economic decisions that they need to move elsewhere. So then do you move further away and then do you have a commute? Tricky one.
That's true. And by the way, as well, you know, we have talked about how the rent prices have increased. And yes, it might be very convenient for people to live close to where they work. But I all the time think in this way, like, fine, you know, like, if I'm going to move to somewhere cheaper, but I'm going to be paying salik, I'm going to be paying petrol, and having a car is not, like, cheap, you know what I mean? It's not
cheap.
Exactly, yeah. It's not cheap. So it's easier if I am going to be investing, like, the money that I am going to be paying on a monthly basis, which is, like, not as well cheap. Like, and you know what I mean? Like, what towards, like, the end of the year, you're going to be paying, like, what, 10k, let's say.
Yeah.
You know, and you can just, like, if you take the 10k that you're going to be paying for the car and for the transportation and put it on the actual property that you want to rent, why not do that? Go ahead and check out.
But the thing about this list is it seems that they've done a mix, and some are kind of South Dubai and others are North Dubai. So maybe if you work in the middle, you might be stuck, but there are options on both sides.
Exactly.
But the thing is, are some of them covered by public transportation on buses to an extent, but not on metro? So therefore, you still have to put the public transport question into it. Hisham, you have a question? Those prices are unfurnished. You're looking for furnished. Sorry, Hisham, you want a shout out for all Dubai agents to call you? You know what that means. You will have non-stop phone calls. Okay, so Dubai agents, we have a nice young man, Hisham, looking for an apartment. What are your production city, one bed, furnished? Furnished is a big ask, no?
It is, but it's going to be more expensive.
Furnished, you want to pay monthly. So you know they have, the monthly thing is tricky. I think most landlords look for quarterly, but they have that app called Keeper that allows you to pay monthly, but I don't know what the commission Keeper gets on that, so that would be interesting. So you can check out Hisham and he's going to get that for you. Love to see all your comments coming through, by the way. Khalid Yunus says, I moved to a hotel yesterday, way cheaper to be honest. Business Bay, the prices are crazy. This is the thing. I think that the type of accommodation that Hisham has been in for the last year, it's that hotel apartment, and you have a cleaner coming in twice a week. Let's include it in your price.
I think
when you leave your room, and every day they cleaned your place.
Wow.
Hisham is living.
I think if you are a single person and you are you're not married, you don't have a family, it's way more convenient to be at a hotel apartment and cheaper because like they are getting breakfast, right? And they are getting a cleaner that's cleaning their room, which is, by the way, like very good. Instead of you paying for a cleaner to actually come, it's cheaper in a way.
I agree, but I think the older you get, then you just want to like make a little nest and a home, and you can't have that coziness. But I think for a certain period in your life, if you can have that, like that is living. Why not? Speaking of living, someone who lived out his dreams. This was trending in Dubai yesterday.
So guys, I'm so excited for this. So Kylian Mbappé joins Real Madrid. French football star Kylian Mbappé posted a touching message announcing his move to Real Madrid. Of course, saying it is a dream come true.
Yes, it is. Real Madrid has secured the signing of Mbappé on a free transfer from Paris Saint-Germain. From having posters of Real Madrid since childhood to now fulfilling his lifelong dream of playing for the team, his journey has come full circle.
Now, former as well Real Madrid star Cristiano Ronaldo also commented on Mbappé's announcement post. An official representation of Mbappé as a Real Madrid player is expected in mid-July after the Euro 2024 final on July 14th, and the jersey number, possibly number 9, will likely be revealed then for the superstar.
Since the announcement, it's been trending in the UAE and around the world, and it begs the question, have you had your dreams in life come to fruition? Like, I love the fact that he had the posters of Real Madrid on his wall from childhood.
That is true, and by the way, that is a manifestation technique. It's I don't know if you guys believe this, but if you don't, you know, we have this thing as well in like, if you expect something, it will come to you naturally. And if you, by the way, that's why they say like affirmations work and vision boards work and scripting works and all of these things, you know what I mean? Like if you believe that this is what you're going to be, you will be.
I had on my wall growing up a photo of Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
And are you telling me, because I dreamt it, I'm telling you, it was there, it was in my, for about 3 years. It was me and JT, it was going to happen. Now I'm glad it didn't, because
I mean,
not as cool as he used to be.
But Katie, look, see, actually, you know what, it might work. Like, for example, Tamer Hosni's wife did say like when she was like younger, she had Tamer Hosni's posters like on her wall, and then she would, in her head, it's like she's gonna marry him. But what she did was, it's like it comes like work, like actual like work, and your manifestation comes hand in hand. So what she did was she went for a singing show, and then they actually met and they actually got married. They got divorced now, but like, you don't have to ruin the sad story.
Hisham, you just ruined the beautiful story, but good, on the journalism front, good to note. Oh, okay, great.
It's fine.
So, I believe manifestation works. I believe we have to have the dream, and then we have to work hard for the dream.
Exactly.
Speaking of having a dream, it's 8:50, which means it's time to welcome our next guest. We're super excited to be joined by a Dubai teenage artist who is inspiring with brushstrokes and generosity. She'll be with us after this very short break. Today's guest is 16-year-old Dubai-based artist Suhana Jethwani. Known for her expressive style and bold use of colour, Suhana's work is making waves on the global art platform Artpreneur, a talented artist and philanthropist. Welcome to the show, Suhana. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Can't believe that you're going to go to school after, after the show. So I want to ask you, on the show, I said the news of like they are talking about having a ban for social media for under 15-year-olds. Do you use social media and do you agree with the decision?
Well, I do use social media.
Okay.
But I feel like I can learn a lot from it, like what's going on in the world, politics and more. But I feel like maybe for younger children or younger teens, it would make more of a sense to have a ban, as it could have more negative impacts.
Interesting, interesting. And you started posting, so just on social media, like, were you nervous posting your art for the first time?
I was, but I feel like it can reach so many people through social media, so it can be really good sometimes.
Yeah, good point.
What inspired you to have like the art? Like, of course, it's expressive art. Does like every piece of art have a story behind it?
I feel like a lot of them are based on artists that I really admire and like inspiration that I have. So in some ways, a lot of them do have a story behind them, but some of them is just like what I enjoy doing and the colors that I enjoy and what I like to paint.
So we'd love to just go back in time and get to know you a little bit better. Can you describe, I guess, your art journey? Because when I went to school, I had a paintbrush, but I wasn't an artist. So when did you kind of realize that it was inspiring to you to create?
Well, I've always enjoyed art since I was young, but I took it for GCSE in school, and I think that's when I really realized that I really like it and I'm like good at it. And then I just continued from there and just started making more and more pieces of work.
What was your first piece of art that you've created and posted on social media that has gotten a lot of attention?
I think it was that one actually. That's one of my favorite ones as well.
Can you tell us about it?
It's actually one of my friends. I painted it for my GCSE exam, and it's actually part of a series of 3 paintings.
I've seen a similar one on your social as well, and I wonder, on your social, it looks like you use a lot of different types of, you create art in a lot of different ways. Do you feel like you're still looking for, how you'll create art forever, or do you find different types of art restricting?
I think I'm still playing around with a bunch of different mediums to find what is like my favorite, but I do enjoy paints and color pencils the most.
So you're gonna go to school after the show?
Yeah.
How do you manage your time, like between like school, studies, and art, and posting it on social media?
Well, I find art to be quite relaxing, so it can be a nice break from my other academic work, and I also do have to do it in school, so it is part of my curriculum as well.
Tell us a little bit about giving back, right? Because I think that you have made the decision that you want to, all of the proceeds of your arts goes to animal welfare.
Yeah, I think it's just a nice cause, and I love animals, so I think whatever I can do to help, it's a nice idea.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Do you think that Dubai provides young artists the space, of course, to express their art enough?
I think there's a lot of opportunities in Dubai. I know there's a lot of like painting cafes and a lot of things that are fun to do, not necessarily just like strict art where you can just like play around. So I think that is fun.
And in terms of opportunities, Artpreneur, you've been chosen to work with them. Tell us about that and how it came about.
Well, it's a lot of artists sell their prints of their art on there, and I'm doing the same. So I think it's just a nice platform to explore other artists as well.
So I want to ask you a question. Of course, as an artist, art keeps on, I would say, it's different and it keeps on elevating from one position to another. So what do you think is next for art?
I think obviously a more digital art is coming more popular, so maybe that may be the next thing.
Interesting. And you said you said social media at the beginning is a powerful tool for, spreading a message. Do you think that's important within the art that you create?
I think so, because that's the platform where I share my art, so it reaches a lot of people, and I feel like a lot of others can do the same, and it kind of connects a lot of people together.
Art isn't a traditional career, and a lot of people watching would probably be inspired by you because you're pursuing something untraditional. When you're 16, 17, your parents are like, you need to be a doctor, you need to be an engineer. How supportive were your parents on this journey? And would you have maybe one piece of advice for people who want to pursue art?
I think they've been quite supportive since I've always been interested in art since I was young. But I think just do what you enjoy most, because then you'll have the most fun.
I totally agree with you.
What are some key messages that you would want to deliver through your art? Not just for painting or for the sake of the fact that you like art, but some messages that you would want to people to understand while looking at your art.
I think I like to play around a lot with different colors, so maybe something that can just show how a lot of different things can combine together. One of my favorite artists is Michael Craig Martin. He uses a lot of different random objects in his art and just combines them all to create a really nice piece of art with a lot of random colors and objects. So maybe something like that.
I'll have to Google him because I don't know him, and now I feel like I'm not the best person to have this conversation with you. But I would love to know. We were speaking about manifestation and dreams just earlier on the show, and things that we have on our pinboard. Do you have a vision for where you would like to see yourself in 10 years?
I think I would just like to grow online a lot and just continue doing what I enjoy the most. I think that's ideal.
I think so too. I feel it's find something that you're passionate about and just pursue it. If anyone watching today would like to get in touch with you, if they'd like to see more of your art, which I think is important because you're just seeing behind us now just two pieces, but there's a lot more. How can they find you?
They can go to the website Entrepreneur and search it up, and all my pieces will come there.
Fabulous. That is Suhana Jethwani. Thank you so much for your time this morning. And I hope the rest of the day in school, I hope that you can take it off because I think this morning has been a lot. We really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Farah. That brings us to the end of our show. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.